Councilmember Raul Campillo is joining us now with his take. Good morning, and thank you for being here.
Good morning, my pleasure.
All right, we're going to get to the special event parking rates in just a second. But first, Mayor Gloria defended these new parking rates at Balboa Park yesterday. We've been talking about it here on the morning show. Where do you stand on this?
Well, I think they're indefensible. I was one of the 3 people who voted against it and voted against it multiple times. And one of the issues that I have is that the mayor says it's about financial stability in the city. I think we're going to be losing money by charging people to park at Balboa Park because people are not going to show up. So we're not going to collect as much in our projections as we think. And then they're not going to spend money at the theater. They're not going to spend money at the restaurants and the museums. And the sales tax we would normally collect from that, we're going to lose that too. So I think it's actually the better economic idea to keep Balboa Park free for everybody. I agree with Councilmember Stephen Whitburn. Let's get rid of the idea we should never have started it to begin with. And the idea that we should pause it until we figure it out, that's just a half measure that isn't really going to solve the problem.
Because it's here and you have, do you plan on taking any action related to these fees, or is this just the way it is and you voted against it and it's on the record? Can you do anything to kind of take it all back?
Well, in the next few months at my committee, the Economic Development Committee, I'm going to have businesses and nonprofits and institutions from Balboa Park come forward and talk about what those economic impacts are so that we can convince 5 council members to just get rid of the idea. That's what it's going to really take. The data to show that it's going to fail, the data that it's hurting more than it could possibly help. And I think fundamentally, one of the biggest problems too is that we tried to do this, let's charge a little less for city residents and charge county residents like they're tourists from New York. My parents live in El Cajon. They're not tourists from New York. They want to go to Balboa Park and the zoo with their grandkids. I think we need to scrap that whole idea too, because we have a lot more people in the entire county who want to come to Balboa Park, and now they're not going to come at all. It's $300 a year for an annual pass. Very few people are going to pay that.
Realistically though, do you think it's going to go away?
Well,
you think that's possible?
I think it's possible. We just need 5 council members to read the data, understand the data, and actually act on it. And so I could see the skepticism on your face.
No.
But look, we had 3 who said no. We got 2 who said maybe we should pause it. That's a work of 5 right now. So I think there's a possibility, but the public has to keep up the pressure to show this isn't what they want, and I'm going to show the data to show that it's actually hurting.
Not to be contrarian, but I'm usually contrarian. A lot of the viewers emailed me when Sean Elo Rivera and Kent Lee came out with their statement, and the mayor said, well, no, this and that. The viewers who told me, it looks like you guys don't know what you're doing and don't know what you want to do or how to handle this budget deficit. What do you say to those viewers? This is from them, not from me. How do you respond to the citizens?
What I would say to the citizens is we know where we need to cut. We know that the data shows we've had a big influx of middle management, supervisors, deputy directors, assistant deputy directors, deputy to the assistant to the deputy. You know what I'm talking. See, I mean, you have to laugh to keep yourself from crying. We know what we need to roll back on, and we just need we need enough people to do that. Last budget cycle, I said we should reduce a few more of these positions to save a few $1 million to keep Balboa Park free. We could have done it. Majority at that time didn't want to do that. I think this next budget cycle, we're going to see a change of tune if people step up and do the right thing on the council.
Okay, you have the parking for Balboa Park, and then you have special events that happen at Balboa Park, so that you unveiled a plan yesterday that focuses in particularly on these special events. So what are you proposing?
So in the downtown area, up to 17 blocks away from Petco Park, the mayor implemented a plan that says we will charge $10 per hour up to 6 hours during a special event, during a concert or a Padre game. And that's really killing the local businesses around Balboa Park. And it's hurting residents who park their car on the street, customers who want to go downtown, go to a bar, go to a restaurant, and it's making it so that we actually collect less sales tax revenue as those businesses decrease in their economic activity. So I want to see us roll it back in what's called the 5-5-5 plan. It shouldn't be more than $5 an hour. Take it down 50%. $10, way too high. Let's take it down to 5. No 6 hours. A Padres game is now 2 hours, 30 minutes. 6 hours doesn't make sense. Let's take it down to 5 hours. And let's not have it go so far away from Petco Park such that we're hurting people a mile away who have nothing to do with what's going on at the stadium. 5 blocks away from Petco Park. It makes it reasonable, it makes it predictable, and it will stop hurting a lot of the small businesses and a lot of the customers who are trying to come downtown to spend time with their family and their friends.
What needs to happen? You mentioned the 3 who were against, the 2 who are questioning that. What needs to happen to get your proposals implemented? Because I think I kind of asked where we're headed. What is the next 6 months, a year, 2 years? Is there a time frame for this? How do you make it happen?
Well, right now we're drafting the language to change the council policy and the city municipal code to actually rein that back in. And then we got to bring that to committee. I said yesterday, we're going to draft that up, and I'm asking the council president to put it on the docket for the rules committee, of which I'm a member, and have a vote on it. And really, I think council members need to hear from the small business owners and the customers alike who are saying, I got to show up. I'm going to the downtown Ralph's and there's not any parking underneath. I'm going to park on the street. During a Padre game, I'm paying $10 an hour to go shop for groceries. That's unacceptable. Those are the types of people. I interviewed a hairstylist yesterday who said he's got customers who refuse to come downtown anymore because they just aren't going to pay $10 an hour to go in and get their hair done. That's like the type of small business owner I'm talking about. I talked to a supervisor at Fat Tuesdays yesterday. He said his workers are paying close to 50% of their salaries to park near work, or they can park 17, 18 blocks away outside the special event zone and then walk 18 blocks into work. We know that's just not safe. And when bars and restaurants are closing at midnight and 2 a.m., walking back that far, also not safe. It's a public safety issue too.
All right, before we let you go, Councilmember, anything else new in your district?
Well, well, I'll just say this. We got a budget deficit coming up this year, and I'm staying hyper-focused on making sure public services are delivered, making sure we keep Lake Murray open again. We got it done. We got those votes last year to keep it open. The council can do good things. There are good ideas out there. We just need the strength to stand up and do it and really just listen to our constituents. That's the thing. These aren't genius ideas. They're common sense ideas.
The constituents are going to council meetings, and they are speaking their minds often passionately and emotionally, and they end up frustrated when they don't get what they're explaining is going to affect them and hurt them. So, I mean, it's frustrating all around. We know that.
Well, as a guy who voted against the trash fee, as a guy who voted against Balboa Park parking fees, I'm listening, and I'm voting the way my constituents are asking me to vote. That's representation.
Councilmember Campillo, we thank you. Good luck, about to become a dad for the second time. Yeah. Had to mention that, you know what I mean? So best of luck to you.
Love you,
and congrats. Happy New Year. Thank you.
You.
We'll be back.